Week 6, if you've been doing the work, if you've been working on your hustle, if you've been planning out your weeks, you made it to week 6 and you're like, okay, Carrie, I'm still motivated. Now, I didn't say this in the beginning of your first 6 weeks in real estate, so I am going to say it now. Do you have a strong enough why to actually get up, get dressed, get out the door? Or to get up and get dressed and do the work and want to learn how to do the business of real estate, provide value to your clients, work with your sphere of influence, do marketing, post on social media, follow up, ask for the business. You need a strong enough why. My why has changed over the years. When I first started in real estate, it was simply that I didn't want to have to go back to work and I wanted to be available for my kids. I wanted to work around their schedule. And my only goal was to make at least over $50,000 every single year. So I was supplementing my income because when I worked a real job, now remember, this is like not the late 90s, income was a little bit different. But I think you get the point. Like, how much do you want to make? What is your why? What makes you get up? And it could be as simple as you want to go to Disney World every single year. It could be as simple as, you know what, Carrie, I want to pay off student loan debt. It could be as simple as I want to save enough money so I can buy my first investment property. You need a strong enough why. So week 6, here we go, Monday. If you haven't taken all of the classes with your local association or your multiple listing service, I want you to keep taking classes, 1 to 2 a week. Get a notebook, and you could be old school. You could write it down. I actually use Evernote. This is me. Let me see if I can figure out where it is on my iPad. I like Evernote. I even have a remarkable tablet, and you might say, Carrie, you're doing the most. Maybe I'm doing the most. But I have found that I can take documents here. I can put it on my remarkable tablet. I have a remarkable because whenever I would take courses and they wouldn't let me use tech, they would let me use my remarkable tablet. So, take notes, write things down, continue taking classes. Also on Monday, I want you to pick a day to always post on social media. What day will that be? And I'm saying 1 day a week. That's 52 weeks of content. If I could convince you to post 3 times a week, 5 times a week on TikTok, if you really want to explode every single day, if I could convince you to do more than once, you are doing better than the average agent. And if you pick the same day, your audience knows that you're going to post. Now, you've created your market analysis last week. Now I want you to actually, print it out, read it. Like, does it make sense to you? Go explain it to a friend, a neighbor, maybe, your broker owner, another real estate agent. I need you to practice going over the market analysis. I use my MLS. I also use a tool called Cloud CMA. Again, Cloud CMA is not paying me to say that, but there's a way for you to learn about what could be in a market analysis or the additional pages. Tuesday. So last week you selected the area you want to market to. This week, even though I talked to you about Remind, Realist, and RPR, I need you to take the classes. And depending on which market you're in, I know in my market, in Illinois, a little bit different in Florida, we have at least 3 classes for Realist and Remind. And there is usually a bonus, which is like commercial, but the tax system, everything you need to list a home, you have prospecting, and then the advanced features. So you could easily be taking 3 classes for each one of those. Your sphere of influence is going to matter for the rest of your career. So I'm going to also challenge you to pick a day to always update your client relationship management tool, or it could be as simple as your Microsoft Excel spreadsheet, Google Sheet, numbers. Pick something to update your database. Okay, we're at Wednesday. You need to know your neighborhood, or you need to know the cities you work in. So I grew up in Broadview, Illinois. I know a lot about the history. I know what used to be there. I know what's there now. I know which schools you would typically go to if you live in Broadview. I know that the Lindop brothers built in Broadview. You need to become an expert in the neighborhoods you work in. Where I live now in the city of West Chicago, we have a dual language program, which means kids start in kindergarten learning English and Spanish at the same time. 90% Spanish, 10% English. It's one of the coolest things I ever did for my 2 youngest. Like, they are fluent in Spanish. Mi hijos hablan español muy perfecto. Why? can they speak very well? Because of the city I live in. Like, we have little hidden secrets. So know your neighborhood, know what's available. We even have a swimming pool that has 0 depth, like 3 or 4 water slides, a bucket like the Great Wolf in Wisconsin Dells. Like, we have the Great Western Trail, we have prairie paths, we got a train. Like, we've got some fun things in the city of West Chicago. So know what's available in your city, become the expert. You might even want to show up to the city council meetings, go do research. Do they have grant programs? Are there programs to renovate some of the historical homes? Like, what's available in your city? That's Wednesday. Day number 4, Thursday. Last week I told you to take a data course, and this week I'm going to say to you, if you have InfoSparks, I want you to go learn how to use InfoSparks. If you learned InfoSparks last week, I want you to go learn how to use the data in your multiple listing service. You can also go to RPR, Realtors Property Resource. They have some really great data sets, and they integrated ChatGPT. So RPR will analyze the data for you. That's Thursday. Friday, I want you to create your marketing day. And what do I mean by that? I want you to sit down, brainstorm. And, I have my notebook when I brainstorm and I think, here, I'll show you. I showed you something different last week. So this week, let me kind of, like, there are times, even when it comes to our renovation, I'll write things down so I can actually think, like YouTube. I want to grow opt-ins, and where am I going to send them as an instructor? My focus is really new real estate agents. Although I'm really good at seasoned agents and getting them from making 3 million and going from 3 million in volume and increasing to 10 million. I'm that motivator. Like, I want to get you to work. And so I will sometimes need to sit down and think. I use a tool called Trello for my digital marketing. And you can use Trello. You can, if you pay for Evernote, you can add your Google Calendar. Now, why am I saying create a marketing day? You need to pick a day to think, and this could also be a business development day. You need to pick a day to think about, what do people want to hear from you? And you need to pick a day to actually do the work. So that was Friday. Saturday, I'm going to call this your catch-up day. Go back and review your notes from your first 6 weeks in real estate. Go review your notes. What didn't you do? What didn't you learn? What else do you want to do in the business of real estate? Maybe you need to figure out how to create a niche. Maybe here, I need to go. So, and by the way, if you take the full course, I give you a way for you to think and to actually build out your day. So if you didn't invest in the full course, you might want to, because some of you are dual career or full-time, and I want you to write in a true week. Like, Monday through Friday, you might take the kids to work. To work. Now, maybe you're taking the kids to work if they're over the age of 18, but you have kids, you take them to school, let's say every single day between 9 and 9:15. That's the time that's blocked off. And maybe you have to pick them up from school at 3 to 3:15. You block that off. Maybe every day you're going to schedule your time, schedule yourself to take a lunch, because it's okay to stop working. And then maybe every Saturday at noon, you're getting your nails done, or maybe you're getting a pedicure, or maybe you're going on a bike ride. Like, you need to schedule off time. And then you need to also schedule time when you're going to work with sellers, and you're going to work with buyers, and you're going to work on your business. Because sometimes we get so in the weeds. I own it. Like, I can get in the weeds, and before you know it, I'm the admin in the office. So definitely, you've worked on your week 6. I want you to create what your work week really looks like. And it'll change. Like, you might say every Monday is going to be my follow-up day, feedback day. Every Tuesday is going to be my creating social media day. Every Wednesday is going to be the day that I am taking buyers out. Now, you probably are taking buyers out more than that, depending on the market, but just block the day. Like, figure out what your week looks like, what your month looks like. And then again, if you haven't read that book, My 12-Week Year, I think that's the name of the book. Like, plan a vacation or a break every single quarter. You made it. Your first 6 weeks in real estate. I challenge you, keep showing up to learn with me. Invite a friend. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, do that, like, right now. If you have questions, type them in the feed. Invest in your first 6 weeks in real estate course, where I really dig a whole lot deeper. And make sure that if you haven't seen weeks 1 through 5, that you go here to watch. Well, let's go here to watch that full playlist. I am Carrie Little, the designated managing broker of CarMarc Realty Group here in Illinois, and the broker owner of CarMarc Realty Group in Florida. Thanks for watching and learning to earn with me.